Hi, I'm Victoria. Today I'm here at a meeting at the Long Island Parrot Society. Let's see some of the amazing birds they have here. What's your name?
My name's Nicole.
Hello, Nicole, and what do you do?
I'm the groomer for the Long Island Parrot Society.
And what do you consider most when you're grooming a bird?
Just the safety of the bird and make sure they're comfortable and not overly stressed by the experience.
Can you tell me a little bit about this bird we have here?
Sure, this is Pignoli. She's a white-bellied kike. These birds are pretty cool because in the wild they're not like most birds that fly high in the trees. They're more ground birds, so they tend to hop around and they're really good walkers. And she actually does climb stairs. And they do something called surfing as well. So they'll surf on towels or wet hair, and in the wild, all the leaves on the bottom of the rainforest, that's how they bathe.
Oh, really? And are they good pets?
They're good. They're a little bit temperamental of birds, so I wouldn't recommend it as a first bird, but they are definitely funny birds. They're good birds.
And how much do they usually cost?
The white bellies can run anywhere from $1,000 to about $1,400–$1,500.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Can people at home groom their birds?
Depending on the temperament of the birds. Some birds you can, but other birds are difficult. I know my birds, like I can cut her wings without someone helping me. The nails are more difficult. So it kind of depends on the bird, but you want to make sure that you're comfortable and know what you're doing because they do have veins in their nails and you can cause them to bleed. So you just have to be careful.
Now, what happens if you do cut the vein?
I have powder over there that you can put, and it actually cauterizes the vein to stop the bleeding.
Is there a difference cutting a shorter tail bird than a longer tail bird?
Yes, for the shorter tail birds, you want to make sure not to cut the wings as short because without the longer tail, they have a harder time gliding, and if they come crashing down, they can break their sternum in their chest. So you just have to be careful with the shorter tailed birds.
And what do you do when you groom a bird?
We cut the nails, the wings, the beak if needed.
What's your favorite part about grooming a bird?
I like clipping their wings. This way, I know some people do like flighted birds, but I do like them clipped just for their safety. This way they can't fly away or get injured.
And how long have you been with the Long Island Parrot Society?
Almost, I think, 10 years.
That's a long time. And do you enjoy it?
Absolutely.
What's your favorite part about it?
Just being with the birds.
Well, thank you so much.
No problem.
What's your name?
My name's Davin.
Hi, Davin. And what's this bird that you have here?
This is Comet. She's an 11-month green-winged macaw.
And what's special about this bird?
She's the second largest species of flying parrots, and she's my little baby.
And where do they live?
Mainly Brazil, sometimes Rio, and the Amazon.
And how long have you had her?
About 4 months.
And when did you get interested in birds?
When I was really little, I had this parakeet that died. It strangled itself in the cage, and I was just like, I want to start doing birds and get better. So.
And what's the lifespan of this bird?
This bird is about a year now, and she could go at least 80 more years, maybe.
That's a really long time. They can live about as long as humans.
Yeah, longer.
Really? Can you show us anything special that you could do?
Yeah, she's a baby. She does this little baby trick. She does this one, and she sometimes goes on my head.
That's really cool. Well, thank you so much. Hi, Dr. Williams. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself and Echo?
Yeah, so I established Echo in 2010. I've been interested in parrots for a very long time, and since I was your age. And so Echo is an organization which is dedicated to helping the yellow-shouldered Amazon parrot.
And how did you get interested in parrots?
As a boy, I visited a friend of the family who had parrots, and it just caught my imagination, and then I had my own parrots from then.
What's the biggest threat to birds?
We're losing a lot of their home, their ground, their forests, and parrots are really threatened by that. And so that's one of the biggest threats. And then one of the things that has affected parrots and still continues to affect them is that people collect them to have them as pets, and that's something that happened in the past. But now it happens for local markets in places like South America or in Africa, and that's a problem that specifically affects parrots. But we've got to give them lots of forests so that they can they've got a place to live, and then we've got to leave them alone and let them get on with it. And I think if we can do those two main things, then that will help parrots out a lot in the future. Yeah.
And where do most parrots come from?
Well, parrots are found all over the world. There's lots of different species on the islands because they've all evolved independently. There are a lot of parrots in South America and throughout the Caribbean as well. Those are the ones closest to home. So if you wanted to see parrots in the wild, then you should go down to the Caribbean and you'll see them down there. Yeah.
And can you tell the difference between a male and a female parrot?
In most cases you can't, because the male and the female look the same, but there are some species, one or two species, where they look different. But there might be, normally it's that the male is more colourful, but for the most part you cannot tell the difference.
And what do they eat?
Well, different parrots eat different things. So some of the parrots eat fruit, but they'll eat a mixture of fruit and nuts. The yellow-shouldered Amazon parrot eats different fruits when it can get them, but it'll also eat seeds when it can get them. And so you have these seeds that are like peas in a pod, and they'll go along and they'll take each one of those peas out of the pod, and they eat a wide variety of things, but they'll also nibble on bark and they'll eat leaves when they need to. They'll get those different things. These guys on Bonaire, where I work, this Caribbean island, those birds actually eat cactus as well. Yeah, so they eat a wide range of food whenever those foods are available.
And what parrots make the best for beginners as a pet?
As a pet bird, I think I would say cockatiels are a really good parrot. But I think people need to think really carefully about getting a parrot. It's really a pet that requires a lot of attention, and I think people should go and support rescues. Maybe as a volunteer in the first place, and see if they can get their parrot fixed that way. But if you are really set on having a pet parrot and you think you can look after one appropriately, then I would suggest that people take a rescue bird. And cockatiels are a great pet bird.
And what's your favorite kind of parrot?
Oh, my favourite's a Kia from New Zealand. It's a really mischievous parrot. They let down car tyres and they take the rubber out of car windows and things like that. And they're really playful and they're really, really intelligent. And I just think those guys are really fantastic.
Well, thank you so much.
It's really great to talk to you.
Me too. It's been an amazing day here at the Long Island Parrot Society. I'm so glad I came because I learned so much.